Hello everyone, another week of Accelerate Your Best Life. Man, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful moment. What a wonderful week. How's your week been? Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you changing beliefs? Are we getting rid of negative stuff and pushing in more positive stuff? But as we transfer the positive, are we feeling it? Are we feeling desires, dreams, your vision of your future? How's that? You got that in your mind? I hope so, because that's where we're headed. Step by step by step by step, right? That's why we do Accelerate Your Best Life, because we're going towards the vision of our future versus staying back here in our past, right? Past is ugly, it's chaotic. We want to live better. We want to live fulfilled, right? That's what Accelerate Your Best Life's all about. We talk a lot about different things all the time. And last week, we talked about focus and how powerful focus is. And how do you focus? You ever wondered that? Well, focus is an energy. And if you focus on your past, which here we go again, gotta have that. You get exactly what you focus on. So if you're chaotic, if you got struggles, hurts, aches, pains, all that stuff over here, right? Hurts. Not enough. Holy shit, not enough. Man, I've dealt with that a lot. Not enough. You're enough. First off, I'm just going to flat out tell you, you're enough. In your mind, if that thought of not enough is right here, it's time to flip the switch. Because you are enough. So how do we do that? How do you flip that switch? Last week we talked about the focus, okay? So we're talking about the mind, and what do we focus on? Whatever we focus on, we move closer to, right? In this direction or our future. Okay? So are your thoughts in your mind not enough? Focused on the pain and the heartache and the hurts and everything that's going on in your life? The obstacles, might you say? But we're overcomers. We can get through all that, right? But this stuff is real. These feelings are real. And if you're feeling not enough, it's okay. Go with that. But it's not true. Okay? Feel that emotion. Write down some questions. Why do I not feel enough? Okay? But you are enough. Okay? So feel that emotion. Slowly push that out of your mind. Okay? Because this is your garden. This is your garden. It's no different than a regular garden when you're growing tomatoes, or you're growing carrots, or you're growing onions. How do you take care of that garden outside in the physical world? You weed it, right? What happens to the garden if you don't take the weeds out? You don't get production, right? You don't get to eat the carrot that you dreamed of, or the tomato that's going to be ripe, because all the weeds are taking it all out, right? But a garden that you planted outside and taken care of, loved, watered, weeded, all that stuff. What happens in time? It flourishes, it grows. You get a harvest, right? There's a season for everything. There's a season for planting. And this is in the physical world, in your garden, the beautiful garden that you have outside, right? You plant that seed. You're not going to dig that seed up to see if it's growed, are you? Okay? But you keep there, you nourish it, you love it, you water it, you care for it, you pull the weeds, right? That garden is no different than this garden in your mind. Right? So what do you put in your mind? When you plant a seed, is your seed your future? Is that seed a wealth seed? Is it a seed of love? Care? See, most of us, depending on where you are, if you've been with me for a while, which I'm grateful, and I can see by the views that people are coming back and seeing this, people are learning and growing and wanting different, right, in their life. Because if you want different, you got to do different, right? And it's not really about what you want. It's about doing different. It's about getting rid of not enough. Damn, that's a miserable feeling, right? The chaos, all your relationships, are they just chaotic? All this right here that's going on in your outside world is a direct reflection of what's inside of you. Right? Of what's inside of you. So this garden in your mind, the thoughts that come to your mind of not enough, hurts, loss, there's just so much negative that can overseed this garden, and that's all the negative thoughts, all that stuff. That's the weeds, right? So I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you happy? Is my life how I want my life to be right now? If that answer is yes, keep doing what you're doing. But don't lie in the situation. If it's no, it's time to shift. And that's why we have Accelerate Your Best Life, because we're going to help you shift. We do this weekly, right? And there's repetition on a lot of this stuff. I change it up some, but the truth is the basics of your shift are pretty simple. We make them hard because of our mind, right? So do you want change? I want you to write that down. Do I want change? If that's a heavy yes, perfect. If you don't want change, I get it. That's your choice. It's an individual journey. And the only way that this is ever going to come to flourish and pass, there's one pertinent information that's involved, and that's you. Your wife's not going to do it for you. Your brother's not going to do it for you. Your sister's not going to do it for you. Your dad's not going to do it for you. But you are going to do it for you. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired back in 2017, that it was time to do something. And I knew there was something out there for me. Deep down in here, I knew there was. But I had to shed some stuff. I had to start seeing myself as enough. Take that knot out of it and be enough. I wanted to change. If you want to change, you can change. Right? But to change, we talked about it last week, you've got to make a new choice. And that's the beauty of being a human, is we have the ability to make a new choice. So we have an ability to make a new choice. If our choice was not enough, we have the ability to make a new choice of being enough, seeing ourselves in enough, right? So that being said, after you've made that new choice to be enough, that next question again is, do I believe that I can? Ask yourself that question right now. Do I believe I can be enough? How does that feel? How is that dialogue? Okay? If it don't feel very good, keep working on it. I am enough. I am enough. And get that to feel natural. See, it's all about emotions and energy and vibration. We're working on one thing at a time, right? We're taking one step at a time. One little step at a time. Right? Towards here. A lot of you that's been with us for a while, you're up this step a ways and progressing. But the one thing I wanted to hit into today that I think most people see this future, they get to a point that they're making the changes, but their internal dialogue is, because the future is out there. So next year, I'm going to be wealthy. Next year, I'm going to have that business. Next year, I'm going to have all the money in the world that I need to make a difference in the world. Next year. Okay? We got to get rid of next. We got to exit that out right now, and we got to talk about right here, right now. Because some of you that are there, you're one decision away from being there. How do you see? How do you see right now? Do you see next year? 2 years from now? Or are you seeing now? Granted, yeah, you may not have it right here physically in your hands where you can see it, touch it, taste it. See it, touch it, taste it. Are you the type of person that's got to see it, touch it, taste it before you can believe that it's real? Or are you the type of person that can see different, because here's the deal, to see, that's your mind, that's your imagination. Okay? That's your imagination. Can you see? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's true. Do you feel that to be true? If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. How's that feel? Okay? If it's feeling chaotic, you haven't changed the way you see. So how do you do that? You flip that switch, right? It's all in your thought process. But it takes work. It's not easy. It's okay if you're just beginning and maybe this is your first time hearing this. I got many videos in the back. And by the way, I want to just thank everybody for liking and sharing, for subscribing. Our subscribings are going up, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I am just so honored to have you here. And I just know what we teach here to accelerate your best life is going to propel you now, today. If you take this to heart, if you truly, 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 truly want to change, you can change now. But you got to see different. So write down a question. How do I see? Okay? How do I see? Do I see myself as not enough? Do I see all the aches, the pains, the chaos, the hurts, the loss? And I know some of you've gone through loss. I've been through loss. I've lost both of my parents, and it was devastating. I get it. The truth is it's all a circle, right? Do I miss them? Absolutely. Do I still feel them in my presence? Yes. And that's what keeps me going. Okay? I know that they're my cheerleaders. And I know that you have cheerleaders. And there's no accidents, I promise you, that you're right here, right now, with Accelerate Your Best Life to learn and grow. If you've lost a parent or a loved one, I'm sorry. It is painful, it hurts. It takes a while to get through it. I felt like an orphan for years. But then I come to realize that I haven't lost them, they're still living. Just different. I just can't physically grab them, but I can feel them, right? So what do you see in your imagination? Do you see your future? Do you see wealth? Do you see love? Do you love care? Love and care? Do you see a beautiful relationship? You see that new home? Maybe some property? What is it you see? What is it you desire? Okay? This vision right here is yours. So whatever's in this, make it bigger than it is on this board, but this board's only so big. My vision is big, much bigger than the board. Okay? So make your vision big. Okay? So we change, we make a new choice, then we learn to believe. Believe. Okay? So, our goal is to reframe who we are. Last week I talked about this, and I think this is really powerful. A question I had you ask yourself, and if you haven't asked yourself that yet, but I want you to write this down. Are you in love with life? Seriously. Are you in love with life? Do you enjoy every minute, every moment of what goes on? Even when circumstances are at you. Are you still in love with life? Or are you letting that challenge knock you down, kick you back? And not be in love with life until that challenge goes away. The challenge to you is fall in love with life. You are a creator. You are an amazing individual. You are a beautiful human being in spirit. Okay? You are enough. I know that for a fact. Okay? But for you to believe that, you've got to believe that. That's why I have you. I can believe, and I do believe in each and every one of you. I want your conviction and your belief to be as strong as mine is for you. I want you to look in that mirror and just see beauty, love, care. Because that's who you truly are. You are. And I'm excited for where you're going. And I'm grateful that you're here. But like I've said before, I don't want you following me. I want you coming with me. And I want you to pass me. Because we got thousands and thousands and thousands of people to get a message out. That are hurting and aching. That are in their past. That don't have a way. Or don't have or know a way to get out. But we're going to help them get out. Okay? Because this is just a prison, and it's a prison of your mind. Okay? Mind prison, and it sucks being in here. But I chose it. When I was here, I chose that. If you're in a prison, I'm going to tell you right now, straight up, it's you. Okay? And it's not anything personal, but it's the truth. You built this prison, you can get out of this prison. Okay? And as all it does is takes change. A new choice, and to believe in that new choice. You can do this. It takes work. Okay? So, we're coming to the end of year of 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. This is prior to the new year, coming on to Christmas, and I want to wish you all a happy Merry Christmas. And yes, Merry Christmas. It's not Happy Holidays, it's Merry Christmas. The way that I believe, and I'm a Christian, is I believe in Christ, Jesus. And for me, Christmas is special because it's his birthday. We celebrate this day as his birthday. And for me, without him, I am nothing. However you see, that's totally up to you. If you see it as a universe, and it's that too. However you see this applies because this is all about energy and vibration. Universal, okay? Universal love, universal wealth, universal care. Okay? And right here is your universe. Okay? Your universe. And I'm going to draw a little arrow right here is you. Nobody but you. You have your mind, you have your universe. Okay? Whatever you think and believe, this universe gets that for you. Because of your thoughts and your emotions and your feeling is either not enough, chaos, aches, pains, hurts, poor me, all that stuff. There's so many on this side that we're just working our way, ridding this and learning from this by one, right? To progress forward. So your universe is either this or it's this. What do you choose? If your life right now is this, great. The good news is you can change. You can make a new choice and you can believe different. Okay? This one, we see, touch, taste, and we can touch it. Right? But over here, this is a feeling. This is faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not yet seen. So let me ask you this. If you're feeling all this in the past, is that possible over there? It is. I know it is. Do you know that it is? And until you know that this is possible and believe that this is possible, that's going to be your first step out of this. Kind of weird, ain't it? But it's true. So all you have to do is look back into your life and see how everything that's happened in your life you created. So if you don't like that, humans, we get an opportunity to change. Make a new choice and believe. Right? Ain't that cool? That excites the hell out of me. Because for the longest time, I ain't no different than anybody else. I've lived here. Do I fluctuate back to here at times? Yeah. But I'm quick to make a shift in my thought pattern and my thoughts. If I got one of these emotions coming up that I'm feeling not enough, I'll take time and feel that emotion and identify, why am I feeling this? Because it's not true. The truth is, I am enough. Right? So what's your universe? Is it your future or is it your past right now? Hopefully, if you've been here a while, that your faith is deepening, your belief is getting better, stronger. And for the most part, the next step is knowing. This is when you're getting there. Is when you know that this is you. All this, your future, whatever that is. A lot of you don't know it, and that's okay. But you're changing, you're making a new choice, you're believing more. Stay the course. Okay? Because, why I say stay the course, you'll be just a treading along, something will happen here, you'll digress, but that's okay. If you fall down, don't get right back up. Evaluate, why am I down? And you'll know you have every answer. And then once you get that, get back up and go again. Because what happens when you go again, you're going to go further. Because you feel your feeling of this and your faith that you have this is becoming knowing, and it's real in your mind, in your spirit, your imagination. Take time to imagine. Live in it as already done. If it's a house you desire, picture the house in your imagination. Picture yourself there. Touch the walls, feel the colors, see it. Is the door in the right spot to your master bedroom? What's your beautiful bed look like? Is your spouse there with you? Is your children with you? Isn't that exciting? How's that feel? Does it have an upstairs? What's the rooms upstairs? Does your kids each have their own room? Where's your pets? What kind of appliances do you have? What color are they? How's your cupboards? What color are those? Can you see it? You can see it because it's already here. But as you see that, it becomes more real. It becomes known. Ideas, opportunities. As you step towards it, keep stepping towards it, opportunities show up for the way there. Right? That's what's cool about this. Gosh, I get excited and I get little chills and everything in my body because I know this is real. And I'm sharing it with you. Live every day as if you have this. See this every day. Think about this as you're in your house. You're out in the garage, you got a big safe, you open it up and it's full of money. Millions of dollars. Is that possible? It is. It's in your garage, it's in the corner. Whenever you need it, you just open it up and you grab some. Maybe you grab a bundle and you're going to go down and make a difference in somebody's lives. Maybe some people don't have Christmas this year, and you know it. But you take some, you go and shop for them or whatever, and make their Christmas the best there ever is. That's what we do. It's not about having all that for yourself. That's abundance, right? We share with people. Abundance is real. We teach abundance, right? Are you in love with life? In that vision that I just talked to you, sitting in your house, having all that money in your garage and being with your wife and your family and your kids. And just picture yourself sitting on the couch. What's that feeling in there before it's even happened? That's what the imagination is. I'm going to take this imagination right here, because this is your mind. This is where your thoughts are. But this is where you imagine and feel. Do that every day. That perfect house, that perfect spot. Where are you living? What are you doing for a living? Are you still working for the man? Are you at a position you want to be at? Are you working towards that? So let's talk about this in your job. When you go to your work and you're doing what you want to do, are you wanting more? Do you want a different position, or you want to do different in that job? Maybe it pays a little better, all this other stuff. Are you seeing yourself doing that job before even being in that job? Because if you're seeing it in your imagination, it's real. And I'm just going to share a story with you, because I know this to be true. I was a salesman at a trailer dealership. And this just happened, back 17. So this all come about in 19, where I applied all of this, right? And I was step, and I'd fall back, and step, fall back. But it's a story I feel I get to share with you today because it's real. And it was really a defining moment in my life. I was at this dealership and I was just a salesman. In my whole life, I've been in sales, right? I've always had the sky as the limit. I've had ups and downs, but I did very well in sales, right? Always scared of being more than a salesman. Because I always saw myself, how did I see? I saw myself as just a salesman. Okay? And for 23 years in the car business, then I transferred to trailers. Well, 20 in the cars and then transferred to trailers, so I was in it 23 years. I thought about finance in the dealership. Oh no, I can't do that. I'm just a salesman. I sold out to myself, okay? So why I'm sharing this with you, because you may be in the same situation. But I'd been listening and learning. At 17, I was at the lowest point in my life. That's when I transferred out of the car business. One thing led to another, met some great people at a dealership nearby in the RV industry. I finally got into something that I just love, because I could create dreams and memories for people. Rather than just a car is a car, right? But I was able to go to dealership and sell trailers, and I love the outdoors. And I never did have a trailer, but I ended up having a trailer, getting a trailer. And it was the funnest time of my life for me. But to see these little kids come in, and I always just tell them, are you practicing camping? Yeah, they're all excited, and we'd go out and show them some trailers, right? But one day I was just in there, and I thought, evaluating my life, if there was a job in here, what would it be? What would I want to do? And at first it was all management, I thought. But I've never been one for a title, right? So I looked into there's a finance office right here, and I'm just thinking, first in my mind I was so closed off that, well, they're not going anywheres. So how am I going to get there anyway? I might as well just go back to sell, right? So I did that, but something hit me that day. And I looked in that office, and I saw myself sitting in that chair, in the finance chair, doing what finance guys do. I didn't even know how to do it, right? But I planted a seed in my mind that I wanted to be a finance guy. Okay? So that was my imagination. That's what I saw myself doing. That seed started to nourish. And it was in a short time. That's why now, not next year. But as I planted that seed, I still did what I did, but I saw in my imagination. I would sit here in the morning and meditate. In my meditations, I'd see myself doing that. I really had a desire and wanted to do finance. Well, one thing led to another thing. I had an opportunity. The finance manager made a change. Now there's an opening, right? There's an opening in the finance job. Okay? Awesome. I had an opportunity. I thought they would hire within. Okay, so I had an opportunity. I said, I want that job. I want that job. Already knowing in my mind I had that job. But here's where the twist and the turn was. I interviewed for that job. We have shows, RV shows, spring and fall. And this was just in the spring, okay? So, I applied. Come in, I did my interview. Another girl that was working as a salesperson, she interviewed. And they also took interviews from people outside. Okay? And we're a week away from the show. They make their decision. And guess what? I didn't get the job. I didn't get it. But I never lost that imagining that I'm a finance guy. All these thoughts, emotions went through my head. The girl down here, she didn't get it either that was already in there. And she found out that she didn't get it. She flipped and got all mad and all sideways. And had a really good friend of mine that was the general manager. Was scared to tell me that he chose somebody else. So we sat down and we had a talk. He said, I chose a guy out of Montana that's had 20 years experiences. And then he started to tell me the reasons why. I said, Jordan, you don't have to explain to me why. You are the manager, you made the choice, and that's what we're gonna go with. I'm still gonna sell trailers, because I love selling trailers, right? But this other girl, he tells her, and I think he was dumbfounded the way that I reacted, right? And here's the power of your reaction. Because I knew I could go sell, okay? She got all pissy and all this other stuff. The next thing you know, 2 or 3 days, she just said, F you, I'm out. So she left, okay? Show was up in a week. We got the show all ready. This new guy came in, started doing his thing, supposedly had the 20 years experience. But we ended up at the show, and starts on Thursday, which takes us all week to do it. Come Friday, something happened inside that this guy wasn't working out. They either fired him, he quit, something. So here's the beauty to the story of perseverance, resilience, imagination, still seeing. That Saturday morning, they called me back to the office while at the show, and we had 3 dealerships, and they said, that finance job is yours. I need you in Logan to train on Monday. That's beautiful, isn't it? I was excited. During all this going on, I was still in love with life. I was thriving. I wasn't going to allow anything to stop me from creating whatever. But in my mind, in my imagination, I believed. I actually knew that job was mine. I didn't lose sight of my imagination when I was told no. I went up in a week, no experience whatsoever. God just carried me and took me through this whole process. I was up there for a week, thrown to the wolves the next week. 2 weeks into it, I was just thriving. Creating relationships, doing the finance, getting people funded, getting warranties sold, doing what they do. And I was just loving life and living it. But at that time, I knew I was the power. I am the power. Okay? I knew I am the source of all abundance. I knew wealth flows to me effortlessly. I didn't get to that point like that. I had to fall back, step a little farther, fall back. Okay? But it all happened. This all became a reality. All this started to shed. This not enough stuff. I never went into that I was not enough to do that job. I knew I was enough. I knew it. But I just wanted to share that story with you because what I'm telling you is true. And now I'm applying it to a situation in my own business. See, you get one step. What's next? You don't just arrive, right? We hit a peak. We peak. But there's always another peak. What's next? We never die. We keep on keeping on. Progression. Not perfection, progression. But anyway, I just wanted to share that story. I hope that touches somebody out there, helps them with their imagination. But remember, it's all about how you feel. Your feeling, is it natural? In that story I told you, that was the first time in my life that it all felt natural prior to it happening. So what happens is once you know, I hope you get to know because of my story. Maybe you've got a story just like it. And if you don't have a story just like it, I believe you're going to have a story just like it in a different situation for you, whatever applies for you, because this is about you. But it was the coolest feeling. I knew at that point I was a creator. I did that. Me, you, I, whatever. I am. That's me. That's you. You can do that too. But I just love Accelerate Your Best Life. And here we are doing Accelerate Your Best Life. This all come about as I was doing the finance job. And it was created. And we're doing this. We're on video number 44 now. Right? So just go with it. Be a little better each day. Do things that work. Learn. Okay? Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget to imagine your dreams. Don't forget to read and learn. Don't forget to take care of yourself and your body. Exercise. Okay, meditate, imagine, read, learn, exercise. Do what you do. That's an hour a day, guys. That's an hour a day. And as you go into the gym, as you do 20 minutes, you're going to want to do 40 minutes. Because you're loving it. You're seeing that it changes your mind and your spirit. Your endorphins get rolling. You're working out and you're getting ideas. Exercise. You got to. Because you're exercising your physical body, and right here you're exercising your mind. And as what happens when you do all that, meditate, imagine, read, learn, exercise, you get your desires. You get your future. Isn't that right there? That little small thing, day in, day out, regardless of what's hitting you, what bricks are hitting you, you're still in love with life. You're meditating, you're imagining, you're reading, learning, you're exercising, you're knocking down obstacles. We're problem solvers. That's what we do. And I get passionate about that. Because most people, a good 95% of people lay down when they have it inside of them. It's right here. Everybody has it. And you have it. And I am grateful you're here. Because I know that you have it. Be with me. Follow me. But create your own thing. We're out to change the world. One step at a time. One person at a time. We're creating a ripple effect. Zach's creating a ripple effect. He does all these videos, and he's just killing it in his media business. And if you need anything in media-wise, it's mustachedmedia.com. Have him help you. Okay? I know this has been a long video, but it's been a rewarding one. Just remember, we're just reframing who we are. We're in love with life. We're getting in love with life. Remember, I am the power. I am the source of all abundance. Wealth flows to me easily. Say those things. They're not an affirmation, just say them, but feel them. Take time. Say that, I am the power. And how does that feel? Later on at night, during the day, I am the power. How does that feel? At night before you go to bed, how does that feel? Day in, day out, you've got to do this daily. If you do it today, because you just watched the video and then you don't do it consistently, then you've relapsed. That's why it's day in, day out. Okay? Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Get your goals written down. Imagine what you want to create in 2025. But remember, 2025 will be now. We're creating now, not then. I love you guys. Have a very, very Merry Christmas. I love you very much. Like and share this video, please. Let's get this out to people. Subscribe. And once again, from my heart to yours, I love you. Merry Christmas.